So I went to go see Sonic Movie 3 in theaters, and I've got some thoughts. I do want to forewarn the viewers. I will be talking about spoilers, so avoid that if you don't watch this video until you've seen it. So first and foremost, I do want to talk about the pros of this movie. I did like how they handled Shadow's backstory and whatnot for the most part. I do think it's a shame they kind of, I don't want to say dumbed it down a bit. It makes sense why they did it, you know what I mean? Like, I know there's no way they're gonna have this fucking alien devil guy be responsible for being half of Shadow's DNA and whatnot, but it is just it would have been cool to see, but let's be honest, they just were not gonna do that. One, it probably would have scared the children in the fucking audience, right? But it also was just too, I guess, maybe confusing or convoluted for them to adapt that into an hour and a half-ish movie. So I get that part, that's fine. I guess I would say I was actually a bit happy that they didn't show Maria getting shot, because I fucking know all of these stupid ass Sonic fans would have been cheering at the sight of her getting shot, and I'm I don't want to fucking see that, bro. I've been traumatized enough, you know? I was already bawling my eyes at that point, seeing the relationship between Maria and Shadow. I really like that a lot. I do wish that there was just, I guess the dialogue could have been a little better for some parts, but it was nothing enough to it wasn't enough to make me feel upset about it. I liked it. It was fine. I guess another positive I would say is just the inclusion of Live and Learn. We all knew it was gonna happen, but I still like that they included it, and they did a little bit of a remix of it too. I mean, Jim Carrey was fine. A lot of the humor wasn't really that funny, I'll be honest. And that's one big thing that I'm actually gonna talk about in a little bit, but Jim Carrey was fine. He had some pretty not laugh out loud moments, but just yeah, that was kind of funny. Like a verbal saying, oh yeah, that was pretty funny, but you don't actually laugh at it. The action is really good. They definitely upped their game in that regard, especially given how well the CGI is now in this movie compared to the first two. When you look back at the first one, it's rough, but you see how it looks now, and it's stunning, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie, not to glaze it or anything, but it looks really good. And it's funny because I feel sometimes Shadow, the way that they modeled him in the movie, looks significantly better than they modeled Sonic, even though I know they're essentially almost copy paste. I don't know, something about the way they handled Shadow, his models, he looks so scrunkly. I just love them. That being said, I guess a sort of positive / negative comment I do want to bring up, or something that kind of bothered me. I didn't think that Keanu Reeves was as bad as I initially thought he was gonna be. I remember telling friends that I was no, I don't really like how he sounds. I think for movie Shadow it works. There are still moments in the movie where he says a line, and it feels they needed to it's Keanu, we need to run that back a little bit, just one more take, you know what I mean? But it's nothing too bad, you know. It's serviceable, you know. It's nothing bad. Ben Schwartz, I can't keep defending you, man. You know, I thought I could tolerate the voice over time, because I understand that movie Sonic is an entirely different thing. It's not tied to canon. It's not modern Sonic. It's not classic Sonic. It's not classic Sonic. It's not any of that, right? So I get that. But man, this guy has no range whatsoever. I feel half of his lines are just read the exact same way, and it's not he's putting on a voice. He's literally just speaking as his normal voice, so it's really just not voice acting at that point, which is a shame, because I actually liked him in DuckTales and stuff, but I don't know, this voice just, it has never worked for Sonic, and I don't think my opinion is gonna change anytime soon, honestly. Okay, this is the big thing that does bother me. And it's a common trend I've been seeing a lot with any Sonic media that's come out recently. I cannot stand the fact that anytime the writers are we want to give Sonic a lesson to learn, or we want to add depth to his character, let's make the same old shit we've already done a million times at this point. And it's where they have Sonic kind of want to do his own thing all the time, and be no guys, I was wrong. I need to actually rely on my teammates. I can't just do everything myself. I have to rely on others, and they rely on me. It's the age-old storytelling device they give Sonic, where it's Sonic learns to appreciate his friends. But it's so stupid, because that's been done. It's been done since Sonic Heroes. Why do we have to keep repeating it? It's they never know what else to add for Sonic. Alright, so I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think I was a little harsh on this movie initially. I think although there are, again, like I mentioned before a million times now, there's so much of the humor that just feels obnoxious and not funny in my personal opinion. I think when I really think about what was included and what they decided to reference from SA2, I feel like they really they did it justice, honestly. Like, they really knew what the fans were expecting. I don't think they disappointed in that regard. And also, I think in fairness, I think I was just being a little too harsh. Like, I think for what it is, like, the more I kind of reflected on what I saw and what I did like, what I didn't like, I think I kind of let the negative outweigh the pros. Because objectively speaking, I know I mentioned before that the pacing was really fast, which again made sense because of how short the movie is. But I think it does the best job at balancing both, like the issue that people had with like the still pretty fast, stop focusing on the humans, only focus on the Sonic characters, you know? And it definitely did way better at that, I will say. Not only that, but I do think that, as I mentioned before, now that I'm like when I look back on the previous films, I don't know why I complained about the pacing. Honestly, the pacing is, you know, it's Sonic, oh, gotta go fast, but it's honestly not as bad now that I'm really like sitting down and thinking about it. I'd probably raise my rating even to an 8 out of 10. Actually, no. Honestly, I'd probably rate it like an 8.5 out of 10, maybe even a 9. I really appreciate that they put this much attention to a lot of the references for Sonic Adventure 2. Although I don't think movie Sonic is a perfect adaptation by any means, I feel like a reason why I was so frustrated with it, initially at least, is because I kept trying to find like, oh, well, they did this wrong. This isn't like the games. And I kind of just have to remind myself, like, this is not game Sonic. It's not modern Sonic. This isn't classic Sonic. This is its own entirely different thing. That's like trying to say that like Sonic X and Sonic Prime Sonic are like the same thing when they're not. You know what I mean? So I think when I really think about it like that, I do find more appreciation for it. I guess we'll put it that way. So hopefully you guys don't flame me in the comments. I do have my criticisms. Do not get me wrong. But I think I was a little too harsh on it. My true final rating is a 9 out of 10. Because objectively speaking, it is the most Sonic out of all 3 Sonic movies. But obviously, second movie is still pretty good. But I think when you really think about the third one and all that it has to offer and what's included and the story that's being told, it feels more like Sonic. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. Do not flame me too hard if you disagree with some of my opinions. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree, disagree. Maybe if there's even something I missed. I'm always down to rewatch everything. You know, like, let's talk about it. If you do want to talk more about it, again, you can comment or you can join my Discord server. I'm gonna link it in the description. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell. It lets me know that you guys want more videos like these. That's it from me. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.